What's guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're reacting to the 13th episode of To Your Eternity. This one's titled Aspiring to Go Higher. So yes, we're back to To Your Eternity. We took a week break last time. They aired a recap episode in the break, which is fairly common for shows that run longer than the traditional 13 episode single core length. This is obviously a bit weird of a show since it's only 20 episodes instead of a full 24. Assuming they just did that for pacing reasons. But it's good to be back in, and we're starting off with, I assume, our next group of people that we're going to be getting attached to and then ultimately lose to the knockers, probably. It is... Here's the thing with this group in particular. Like, when it came to March, that was a shock. Did not expect to lose March that early. Like, that was very abrupt. When it came to Gugu, it was kind of expected at that point. Like, it was kind of obvious that Gugu would eventually die. I'm surprised we actually got to see the time skip and the more grown-up version of him, as opposed to it just being a dream like it was for March. But it still was kind of inevitable that it was going to happen. With this next person, group, whoever it's going to be, I think this is meant to be the ones, it was the guy with the shield and the woman, I think, has a spear. I forget who it was from the OP, but I think it's that group we're now going to next, I think. With them, it's a little less obvious because I don't think it's their forms he takes on. Based on the way the OP is kind of framed, I expect him to take on Parana's form, although we don't really know what's happened to Parana since we left her. I assume we re-meet with her. But judging by the OP, I think she's meant to be one of them, and then maybe one of the characters we get attached to in this arc as well. Like, that's kind of where I see the next ones being. But beyond that, I don't know, really, what we're going to do. But I'm worried that it's just going to keep doing that loop. And that's going to... Because already the Gugu moment did not impact me as harshly as it definitely has for a lot of other people. And that's concerning for me as my overall enjoyment of the show, because it's like, if I'm not that emotionally invested, I feel like I'm starting to miss out on what the core of the show actually is. Maybe it was just an off day for me on that episode, but yeah. From what maybe I would have regarded as a 10 out of 10, maybe it's starting to slip a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell so far, but I'm curious to see what our next group is like. And I'm curious to see how Fushi contends with the loss of someone so close to him. Like, this one's going to hit differently for him because, unlike March, who he only just really got to meet and know, this is Gugu, who he'd spent 4 years with and grown and learned so much from. That I feel like this is going to hit him differently and cause his character a little bit more of a bit more contemplation on what's going on. At least that's what I hope would happen. But I guess we'll see. Also, interesting little tidbit that I don't even know if I mentioned last time out. I really can't remember. But we did see Fushi went from... When he's in his human form, essentially, when he was just left in it, his body aged, and you could see he physically grew. He started growing facial hair. Like, he was living a life. But as soon as he switched forms and then got crushed by that knocker and then had to revert back to this human form, it was back to the young version of him. And I don't think he ever went back to the older version at any point, which implies that whilst his forms can grow old, the memory is very much deeply rooted in when they died, essentially. The moment of death. So we have Gugu's... stronger form, because that's when he died. We have March as a kid, because that's when she died. And then we have, the bear as the bear and the wolf as the wolf. So, yeah, we still have that. Did we actually kill the knocker in the end? I can't remember. I assume we did, because otherwise we'd be missing a form, right? Because we got splatted by the knocker, and I can't remember if it was March's form or another form that we lost. And I think we even lost the bear form. I assume we got them back. but I can't remember. I genuinely can't remember from that episode, but I guess we'll see if he transforms in this episode. I expect this to be a very like transitional episode, maybe more dialogue than actually anything to do with the Knockers and the combat. Which I'm still curious about who the hell the Knockers are meant to be and what their goal is in this instance. Why were they so deeply rooted in that location in the first place? Was it because they knew Fushi would be there? Or was it because of something else? So far, they very much seem to be going after Fushi, and our mysterious creator is not exactly giving us much other than do these things to defeat them. It's like, well, what's going on? What are they that we need to defeat? Like, we know they're meant to be like a problem for the world, right? But why? You know? It's like, is it just a preventative measure? Is there actual threat? Have they tried it before? Like, what's going on? Like, with a title like To Your Eternity, it's probably an eternal struggle that Fushi's now going to be tasked with. Maybe there is no defeating the Knockers. Maybe it's just, this is your battle now for the rest of your existence type deal. Who knows? We won't get a conclusive answer probably because it's still an ongoing manga, but still. I imagine there'll be a season 2 of this greenlit in the future based on how well it's currently doing, but I guess we'll see. Anyway, we're going to load the episode up here because I need to get into this episode. As per usual, these are time-based format access here on YouTube. If you want to see the full picture in pitch, you can go to my Patreon down in the description below. £4 a month gets you access to all picture in picture access I do on the channel, which is everything from the current seasonal lineup, as well as Patreon request shows such as World Trigger, Sympho Gear, where we'll be starting Sympho Gear GX next week, and Log Horizon Season 2, all of which have now found their own places in the lineup, so hopefully we can actually get to them at a reasonable time. But here on YouTube we do time-based, so bottom left of the screen you'll see a time for the episode. I count down 3, 2, 1, play. Then play say episode, I say episode, and we should be in sync. We watched this one on Crunchyroll since they're the ones who licensed it. No logos or anything, but just straight into the episode. Looks like we're looking at a rainy dark sky, and we'll just be going from there. You can use screen flash on my face, the mic, or this by my headset to tell if the scenes are transitioning. That should be synced up as well. So, with all that said, let's get into this week's episode, shall we? In 3, 2, 1, play. Thunderstorm as well. It's a good question. Why were you born into this world? Yeah. And no P term, okay. It's Wolf and Bear. And there's the two that I think are next on our lineup. Yeah, I think this is the group that's next. You can see Paranoid, I think, was in there. So, or that was a grown-up mark, I can't tell. Here we go. 4 days, okay. 4.5. Hmm. 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 Actually, physically interferes with things. Hmm. We can like have a conversation here. Hmm. Collecting and preserving the information in this land. It's very mysterious, though. Hmm. The form we can't remember. So we did lose March's form. I did wonder if we got her back and we didn't. Hmm. I like a little hesitation in the voice. Hmm. Mm-hmm. A lot of questioning right now. Right. Then why create him in the first place? Hmm. Yeah, you don't get away that easily. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so what? You wouldn't mind? Hmm. Can't control the mind. Yeah, that makes sense. Us? You're putting yourself in there as well? Okay. Hmm. And that is. Hmm. Yeah, you won't just gonna be able to do that way. I mean, it's the teenage phase, right? Hmm. Oh, hello. Okay. Hmm. Okay. I'm amazed you found him. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Jesus. Hmm. It's very interesting to see the evolution of Fushi. It's honestly very interesting. Mhm. Hmm. I'll promise to keep. Hmm. And yeah, Googie's been added to that list. Okay. It's a good question. 6 kilometers northwest. Okay. Hmm. 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 Gonna say about the creator. What do you want to do? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Doesn't remember how to climb. Who's March? Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Makes sense. In theory, he could now turn into the crab. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. That's creepy. Please don't. Gotta break the core. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah? Animal paradise? Okay. Training time, okay. We gonna get a montage? Hmm. That's also very true. I mean, you could never go outside if you're worried about a meteor landing on your head or something, right? So we all accept that that can happen, but it's like, you don't worry about it, right? Hmm. Hmm. Hello, new character. Hey, there he is. Yep, you're just taking people. Ticket, huh? It's a brand, okay. Hmm. Uh-huh. Jananda Island, okay. I didn't expect that guy to be complicit in something like this, though, but okay. It's a good question. Huh? Why are you helping us now after getting us in this situation in the first place? Mm-hmm. So why are you helping us right now? Right. I think they lose their minds, and that's why they smile. Not gonna find him now. Start tracking. See, I've got an idea of what they would normally do with the women, but because it's her, I don't know if they'd necessarily think that. Oh, yep. Let's deal with the owl. Why are they? Okay. Yeah. Why? It's a prison island? If necessarily if it is a prison island, it's just like a kidnapping more than anything. Hmm. Right. Yeah. Sure. Hmm. The buddy buddy act can stop now. Tournament. Okay. Sure, tournament arc time. That's the episode? That's the episode. ED time, okay. That was a really weird character introduction for this group. I don't know if it's just me and my brain's not keeping up, but felt like a really weird introduction to them. I couldn't really tell what's going on in terms of, like, attitudes, like... Yeah, whatever. But the owl makes more sense now. Alright. Well, let's get the previews as per usual. So yeah, I guess we're doing a tournament arc now, apparently. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why. That character introduction felt really weird to me, and I don't know why. Just like I said, the attitudes of the characters is like, well, I guess they're not the bad guys, but like they're just so complicit and they don't realize what they're doing, I guess? Like, that's all I can really think of with them. But yeah, tournament arc. Sure. It's probably not like traditional tournament arc that you'd see, but like realistically, Fushi doesn't even have to go through something like that because it's like, well, it was just March's form that went, right? Not the Bears. I think it's only March's form that he's lost, so he could just become the big ass bear and just win. Also, it isn't much of a tournament arc because he's immortal, so you know, like he just win every single match, right? It's not really much of a contest there. I think the biggest surprise that could happen in this is who's he faces in the tournament. That could be the biggest surprise, I guess, of it. Like if there's another character we meet in there. Like it could be like Parana could be there. Like we could meet her because I'm fairly certain Parana or Hayase, one of the villains from that, I'm fairly certain they're going to come back into the story at some point because I feel like they've been underused. Right? If you get me? Because, like, well, here's the thing. Hayase should still be looking for us, right? Because of everything that happens, and it's probably on our tail still. I mean, it's been, like, 4 or 5 years now, so who knows, but, like, I feel like Hayase is going to come back at some point in the story. Same goes for Parana, because I feel like Fushi's going to take Parana's form. I feel like that's going to happen as well. Because I'm fairly certain in that OP we see Parana running for... Wait, it looks like we see Parana running for March as a grown-up form, and the only way she'd ever see March in a grown-up form is if she was also dead and they met in, like, their afterlife type deal. That's the only thing I've got going for that, and that's why I think Parana might become one of his forms, but... I don't know. That's me taking quite a big leap there to assume that, but... That's my idea of what's going to happen anyway. But I guess we'll see what ends up happening. I think that was overall just a fairly average episode for the show. I don't think there's anything... nothing super standout-ish about that episode. I'll take that back. The thing that did stand out is seeing Fushi's self-discovery and like questioning of his reality, essentially. That was nice to see. And I did appreciate that. Also, I say he as if Fushi is a he. We don't Fushi technically doesn't have a gender, right? Just because male was the first one he took over, it doesn't mean he necessarily has a gender. But I feel like saying he whenever I mention Fushi's name. So I guess technically that's incorrect, right? Or would it be based on whichever form he was in? I don't know. Fushi technically shouldn't have a gender, so... Anyway, I'll leave it there. That's a whole other discussion. Anyway, that's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that one as per usual. Leave a like if you did, as well as your comments what you thought of the episode. Don't forget to hit subscribe as well to see next week's episode, as well as the rest of the Summer 2021 lineup you can find here on the channel. Thank you for watching. Till next time. See you guys later.